right, perfect. Alright guys, we are back for yet another stream for Alpha 20. Seems like it's been forever. Well, I guess it kind of has been. So, welcome everyone. My name is Blade Walker, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die Alpha 19.6. As you can see, Steam has decided to be a butthole, and for some reason I'll never understand, it wouldn't connect to Steam, so screw it, we're playing offline. Really don't care. That's ow. That should be fine. That everything. Yeah, we're good. Good, we're good. Back. Menu game, always run. Permadeath. Need that no more. Multiplayer should be fine. Wasn't there something I wanted to I don't think there was. I think we're good. At least I hope we're good. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay, good. The controller worked. You go up there, you. Alright, let's get a little more comfortable. Okay. Oh. On here. I ain't getting up and getting it. Screw it. Left my brace in the sink when I wash my hands. Alright, here we go. Make sure the mods that I put in are working. Yep, that's working. Okay, I did not put that mod in. What else? Stack sizes, so I should be able to... Yep. Yep. Alright. What was I doing here? I think... Ah. Whoa. Kinda camera a little. Alright, so there's that. Ah, yes, that's one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to move my items over from here over to the other side. Now watch this. Boom. Much better. Alright, 1400. No longer have to do this. Sort that. Them in there. We're gonna keep those. Yeah, 1500. Yeah, we're looking good. Okay, 207 of those. We're good on all of that. Anything here I need to put in there? I think we're good on that. We got plenty of all this good stuff. Yep, I think we're good. Let's go home and make a... Okay, that's right. It's on the back side. It's on the back side. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what I meant to do and I forgot. Is that here in a second? I think these would be dry by now, but alright. Up here, so. Alright, we're going to do something else that someone suggested again, since we're so close to the end of the series. Where is it at? XP multiplier. Let's see if we can get to max level. Gonna make the game even harder, of course. See if I can't spill my drink all over me. I think I just heard footsteps. I really think I'm going to end up fixing that. Or not fixing it, changing it. Alright. Hey, Gian. Don't think I've seen you in a while. Hey, Claude. Welcome. Not sure if it's Claude or Cloud. I'm assuming Claude, just without the E. I know I've been saying that for a while, but, you know. Names. Just gonna drive right over that. That could have ended badly. Okay. I'll go over some things in a little bit. Oh, hey, totally understand. Don't sweat it. I was I'm not gonna say kid, because college and all that, if that's what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I was young once. Had to do all that stuff. Of course, back when I was in high school and everything, the internet really wasn't a thing yet. And YouTube didn't even exist. Let's see. We can now go... So, for those that are here, I went ahead and since we're pretty much we're at the very tail end of this series, I'm hoping, like everyone else, that 20 is going to be here next week. Whether it will or not, who knows? But I have a feeling that it will be soon. As a result, this, see, do some more steel. As a result of that, I've decided to just go ahead and put the last of my quality of life mods in. So now I've got the stack sizes. The stuff that I specifically use stacks to 30,000 now. As you can see, stone, all that good stuff. And the only thing I didn't put in was the jump stamina reduction, so I don't lose stamina when I jump. But I've got Parkour 5, which already reduces it. This new base, how does it work? Well, basically it works similar to... Well, let me get this stuff, and I'll go back and show you. Ooh, wow, that's not good. I'll put 15,000 in each one of these, and then, of course... Basically, it works similar... It's basically the pole defense is all it is. That should do it. This, and this, and this, and that. Yep, that should do it. All right. This. Yeah, look at this. These things are all filled up. But yeah, basically it's just the pole defense, and, come on, sit down. So it's nothing special, but we are going to start a new defense today. Yeah, I used all my iron since I got the stack sizes fixed up. But, like I said, I'll show you. Got all this nice and fixed up now, painted. Do I ever test the base before Horde Night? No. I don't do the creative world build and all that stuff. I like people that do. Now watch this. 30,000, hell yes. You go in there, and then you go in here, and then this is going to stack. Look at that, 4,000, 4,060. Yeah, I'm liking it. The only thing I haven't been able to figure out is how to increase the stacks of rebar frames. I don't think you can. I think it's actually hard-coded or something, or the ability to do so is not exposed in the XMLs. I could be wrong. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab that, this. But yeah, I like to just go for it and see what happens. To me, if I already know what's going to happen, it kind of takes away some of the fun. Plus, for the... Yep, it's a new working elevator. Somebody found it early in Alpha 19, and works pretty well. The only thing that sucks is you can't just place the hatches straight up now. As you saw, you have to make an entire contraption down wherever the base of it is. So it's a little bit more annoying to make, but yeah, it absolutely works. Wow, another 12,000? Oh, looks like it's time. Oh, yeah, let's start sorting everything. So now everything should... Yes, you can see things that I haven't used in the past, like the... Yeah, this one should really compact. Yeah. Yep. Look at that, candies, and then the waters and stuff. Yeah, there we Now you're talking 20 sham. Yeah, 74 beer. Okay. Ammo materials should also... Yep. Now it's much easier to see how much I've got of each thing. Same here. It's like, okay, now I have 3,000, 1,000. So we're going to take all of those. Yeah, 51 sticks of dynamite. We're going to be using at some point. Gunpowder, which now means I don't really need to do gunpowder there. I can just put it in here. A tour of the base? Absolutely. The only problem is I've got a lot more than one base now at this point in the series. But let me harvest this stuff, and of course I'll show you what we've got going. This is pretty much the only, the main part of the base: storage, all of my crafting stations. I've got the 2 chem stations. This is, as usual, I always have one forge at the main part of the base, which is where I make all of my, I make the glass, bulletproof glass, and the bullets, ammunition. And the reason why is because those things take more than just iron and stone or clay. So that's that. I got my 2 workbenches, which, oh yeah. And this, because this is, we're near the end of the Alpha 19 era, this is not a pure vanilla series like I normally do. I always have one pure vanilla series going. This is basically a challenge series, and it's always run zombies and permadeath. If I die once, it's over. And as you can see, 0 deaths. No deaths. And we've been slowly upping the difficulty. We're now on Survivalist, which is the second hardest difficulty. We decided collectively not to take it to insane. So we just stayed on that. And I've been slowly adding a mod here and there, the quality of life mods that I add. Yeah, I don't think I did those. Repair kits. Yep, we're going to take all of them now. Paint stacks, miscellaneous. Some of this should stack, but not all of it. Already did the building materials. Okay, so anyway, this is basically my build. And then up here is the gyrocopter landing pad, like I usually do. I know it's not Inspector Gadget, but it's not a 6. It's supposed to be a G. So there's that. Let me show you the base. This is actually at the maximum height of the world. So as you can see, the base is super... It's as tall as it can be. It goes from the ground all the way up to the max height of the world. Now, the first Horde base I made, let me get down, is right there. It's the cross. This was the first one. And I haven't used it in a while. Oh, well, I forgot to harvest it. Nope. And this is basically just a standard pole defense with some additional changes. I've got parkour, so I won't die or anything. I took 5 damage. Here's where you stand, and then on each one of the 4 sides is a zap. What do you call it to do? And then 2 blade traps a little further back, so when they would fall down, they might hit these, and then they would run and get electrocuted, and then I'd shoot them. Each side has a door with an thing that goes underneath, so that I can access each side to repair and also grab any loot bags that I can't reach from the beginning. Here is where the switches and the generator are for all of the traps. And then this is the storage for where I keep all the ammo and stuff. Kind of weird that I didn't put it over here. And then here's where you actually stand during Horde Night. Up there is an anti-vulture defense. And this is at bedrock. This is at the lowest level. And basically, you just stand here, you shoot, and then, of course, I can actually repair all 4 of the zaps. What is up with my brain today? So that's basically this design. It worked really well until a bunch of demolishers managed to get through, and I almost died quite a few episodes ago now. But all this basically does is take you up to the generator, the switch for the 2 anti-vulture defenses, which worked pretty well. Now, the neck... Did I pick it up? Pick it up, didn't I? Yes, I did. So that's... Actually, no, I'm sorry. This was not the first base. This was my first real base. The very first base was actually suggested by my buddy Moon Knight, and it's over here, which we used for, I think, the first 2 hordes, day 7 and 14. And recently, I actually went and did some massive upgrades, and we've held the last 2 hordes, and it actually held up really well. This is just the generic hotel. And as you can see, I've upgraded the heck out of it. And basically, I knocked out all the 2 walls on each side. I blocked off the stairwells going up on each end. The zombies tend to come up here, and they try to get in, but there's 4 plates, and then some poles here. So I stand on this thing, and I can shoot down here, throw bombs on them. And then I added this thingy here, a shotgun turret, which is kind of hard to see. But it shoots down at the zombies on the stairs. And then upstairs, all the way on the roof, is another anti-vulture defense. They actually destroyed a lot of the ceiling here, so I had to upgrade it all. And then I put 2 crossfire things, which took care of the vultures. And then I placed these plates on the ground, the wood plates, to prevent respawns of zombies. Each one of these hotel rooms, I went inside, placed the plates, and then I walled them off so I don't have to worry about zombies. Up here, I never actually have used this, but initially I was going to use this as a drop bombs on them, but they always go to the stairway. Yeah, right here. And while I could hit them, it's really hard. So this ended up being a waste of time. Let's see. So this is usually where I stand, and then I just shoot down the stairs and take them out, throw bombs on them. Sometimes they'll come over here, and the last Horde night, I had a whole bunch of demolishers destroy the walkway here, and I ended up not being able to hit them because I had solid blocks all the way across. And so I redesigned this. I chopped out all the walkway. I moved it out 2 blocks. So now, and then I chopped out the square blocks here, so now I can shoot them and everything. But I've yet to test this. I just did this after the last Horde, the Day 91 Horde. Then I've got these here. Exactly, you improvise, correct. So I went ahead and I made this here in case they broke in. I can come over here, lift this up, and take them out. Which I haven't used this side yet, but I have had to use this side over here a couple of times because they did break through. So the same thing. Got a double, well, 4 poles, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Take them out. I've had to use this a couple times. So that's pretty much it for this base. Now this was my first base, but it was way, way, way more simplistic. It's not until like day 84, I think, I actually came and did a whole bunch of upgrades. So there's that Horde base. And then the 3rd Horde base I made, because technically this was the 1st and the 4th. It was the 1st Horde base we made, but it was simplistic, and then I upgraded it recently. So it's kind of like the 4th. The 2nd Horde base I made was the one over there I just showed you, the big plus. The 3rd one I made in the wasteland kind of as a challenge. And let me tell you, it was tough building it because at night, infinite respawns and everything else. But it is right over here at the very edge of the wasteland. This one was mostly about traps. And the first time I did it, it was a disaster. They almost killed me. It was very close. And as I said, this is permadeath, so if I die once, it's over. The series is done. And again, I only did that because it's a challenge playthrough. I do not do that on my vanilla. On my vanilla, if I die, I die. So basically, this is an elevated platform where the zombies see this as the only path to you. Hey, welcome, Moon Knight. So basically what they do here is when they step on this, it would shoot them with the dart traps, and then I had electric fences going across here, and then when they come here to come this way, they would step and get shot in the back. Then, of course, they get chopped, and then if they made it to this point, I would shoot them from in here. I would throw bombs, shoot them, whatever, from here. This is my safe spot. And then up here and up here, I've got not anti-vulture defenses. These are for when they get here. If they make it to here, those are pretty much aimed straight down, and they shoot the zombies. So that's that. And then here is exactly the same. It's mirrored from that side. The problem is they kept destroying the traps pretty much every Horde night, so it was like, eh. I like the idea, but it really just didn't work. Or, I mean, it worked. I didn't die or anything, but I needed to plan it better. So those are those. Yeah, this method is a lot more tactical. It's more about letting the traps do the heavy lifting, and then you finish off whatever what the traps don't do. At the very least, they soften them up a bunch to make it much easier to kill them. So that is that. And those are the major bases that I've done. And then, like I said here, yeah. As you can see, it goes all... It took me about 3 hours to build this once I had all the materials. And it's just because you got to sit there and nerd pull all the way up. And then, of course, there's my awesome hatch elevator. I actually had some issues with it about, like, the early day 80s, I think. It collapsed on me, and I finally figured out why, but I ended up rebuilding it 3 times, and it collapsed 3 more times. I was getting frustrated. Initially, this building was only up to pretty much where the concrete is, and up where the concrete stops, it was open, and that's where I had my farm. But then when I decided to make it super tall, I moved the farm over there. Oh, I forgot I haven't even finished this. Hell, looks like we need to go finish this. What happened was, while I was laying all this concrete, my thing here collapsed. No, it wasn't bad. It took about 3 hours. But it took way longer to make all the materials, but by the time I decided to do it, I had most of the materials. Now, keep in mind, that's also flagstone from there all the way up, which means those blocks only have 500 hit points. Wouldn't take much to destroy them, but since this is not my Horde base... Hey, Andra, welcome. Since this isn't my actual Horde base, I'm not worried about cops spitting, and obviously they can't explode up there, and they wouldn't even spit up there anyway, because for them to aim up and spit, I'd have to be up there, and as you can see, there's no walkways or doors, so there is no reason for them to do so. And this was the Horde base that I did use for a while. I really like it, but I haven't used it in quite some time. So we are going to start a new Horde base, and it will almost certainly be the last one. Oh, and this here, you may be wondering, this door takes me to that Horde base you just saw. That's how you can get in. I had the entrance right next to the base, but the last time I used, well, second to last time I used this base, they started breaking through and coming down this way instead of falling in the pit here, and I ended up having to go over all that and get rid of that entrance, and then I made the entrance over here, and that solved the problem. So this is all painted. I finally finished this all off, concreted it all in, painted everything, put some lights here, so now I don't need my headlight. This is where my stone mine is, and it's so long now that I have a motorcycle so I can get to the end quickly. And then, for me, because I always have so many forges going at once, I've tried to do the base has no weak spot. Well, yes and no. The weak spot is that it's what I call a brute force base. I'm not exploiting the AI per se. I like to give the zombies a chance to get in. You can make near invincible bases and stuff, and to me that's not really, I don't really personally enjoy that too much. I like watching other people do it, because it's neat to see how they try to get in and they can't. But I much prefer bases where they actually have a chance. So the reason I put these at the base material of the world is because every time I put a bases up on the thing, it's not that screamers come, it's that screamers come non-stop, sometimes 2 and 3 at the same time. And you just end up, every time you want to come home or leave your base, you end up having to fight off multiple screamer hordes. Yeah, I really like it. I'm very happy with this build. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm happy with all of my builds. The only thing is, I did build this one below. See, I'll show you. You can actually put one more block, but more than that, that's the max height. So I did that thinking that I could put a whatchamacallit, a hatch. As you can see, I can put a block here, but when I get a hatch and try to place a hatch down, it won't let me. I don't know why. It should, but it doesn't. See, you can absolutely place a block there. Doesn't call him. But see, when I try to place this, it won't let me place it anywhere. It's not like it's 2 blocks high, because that would make sense. It just, I don't know why. So, unfortunately, that means that there's no hatch on the top of that, and it drives me bonkers, but nothing I can do about it. Take this. Did I? No, I didn't. So you know what? We're going to dump this. We're going to take the... How do I... Purified water. Murky water, goldenrod chrysanthemum. I need murky water, which I've got plenty. Goldenrod, chrysanthemum, and then coal. Coal. Wait. That's supposed to be ammunition. No, these don't go in here. You goon. In here. No, they're in there. The new base. The new base is going to be very different to anything I've done before. Well, not really. I've done bases similar to this. 118, that seems a little excessive. I don't think. 10 minutes? Oh, that's almost 11. Let's see. We need... Oh... This. A couple of those. We need to drink. Eat. Okay, the new base is basically going to be a giant spread out area, and it's... Think running in the streets and trying not to die. Basically that. Except, I'm going to do something that I saw Cage848 do back in Alpha 15, I believe it was. Pretty sure, yeah, it was 15, Alpha 15. He called it the Concentrated Spike Defense. I think that's what he called it, Concentrated Spike Defense. Now, we don't have... He used log spikes, which we don't have those anymore. Sorry, taking a drink. We don't have those anymore, but we do have... We do have regular spikes, which is probably what I'll use. Probably the iron spikes. Bullet casings. Yeah, I had a feeling that was 10,000. I don't want 10,000. We'll say 5,000. That's nowhere near enough, so that... Ooh, wow, that's... enough. You need clay. Sort that. Back through. Well, we don't really need clay. We need brass. I think I can afford to throw a stack of dukes in here. Alright. So basically, what the concentrated spike defense basically is going to be, I'm going to make a giant square made of concrete, a flat, just a big flat open plane. And then in little spots all over, I'm going to make little trap spots where I can jump up and get, like, I can breathe while I'm running around in between. Like, for example, if a spider zombie breaks my leg, I can quickly jump on a little platform, go into my inventory, heal myself, and then jump back and get in the way, or get back in the fray. And there'll be spikes around each of them, but since I can do parkour and jump really high, I can easily jump over the spikes and stuff, but the zombies will run into them. You will see how it works shortly. I need way more. Oh, you know what? No. I know exactly what. I'll go downstairs and I'll make them there. However, we do need to make a whole bunch of spikes. Oh, okay, spikes. Iron spikes, how many? 251. Yeah, that's probably enough. I don't think I'll need anywhere near that many, to be honest. There's that. I'm going to need a whole lot of electric fences. Here, don't. No, I do not. I think it's just... Pretty sure it's forged iron and electrical parts for those. Yep, how many? Oh, God, I don't need that many. I need maybe... We'll say 20. I'm pretty sure that's way more than I'll need. There's some other stuff I need to make, but we're not going to come even close to getting this done in this. It's going to take a while to make this. Miscellaneous, throw that in there. This in there. Alright. Let's go down and make some more 3-bar frames. Nope, no steel spikes. The log spikes were the best. But I'll be honest, they were overpowered. But I don't know why they didn't just nerf them. Or, like, make them so you can't rotate them. Cancel that. How long? 136, 140. Alright, we'll make them in here then. Make frames. How many? Done. Alright, let's go. The first thing we need to do is find an actual place to build this place. Build this. And it definitely will not be done by day 98. I think it is. It's the next Horde. Yeah, day 98. It won't be done by then. That's just not possible. This is going to take quite some time to build. I think. Could be wrong. I was kind of thinking like right back in here. But I don't know if that's going to be flat enough. Now, see, that's a big hill, so that's no good. And then this over here is the town. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to go over here. That, and then get down. Yeah, I wish they would add some steel spikes of the current iron spikes, the ones I'm making. That would be awesome, but it does not seem like that's something they're really interested in making. My only concern with making it here is that that would be just in rendered or spawn distance of the zombies. Maybe I could make it. Could make it. I'll just cover the water. I don't care. Yeah, this is probably perfect. I can just dig out. This is where I was digging clay early game. Yeah. All right, let's get this down. So this goes down one, but that's fine. I can fill that in. This looks like the ideal height, I think. Question is, how big do I want to build this? Let's try. Doggies. Really? Really? Oh, wait a minute. Is this a... These are all dire wolves. I've never seen a group of dire wolves. Usually it's like 2 at most. These are all dire wolves. That's a first. I didn't even know that was a thing. Usually there's 2, and then the rest are either dogs or normal wolves. Okay, that's a normal wolf. Yeah, that's a normal... Okay, so there was 3 dyers. Well, I don't think it'd be over the entire water, but it would be over most of it. So this... Really? I think that was all of them. I'm thinking, let's try a 50 by 50. I don't think that's going to be big enough, but we'll give it a try. Let's go as far over here as I think is a good idea. Where would the corner be? Let's make the corner here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20. Double check that now. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 20. 21. Oh, 21, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50. You know, 50 might be plenty fine. Yeah, 50, that could be good. Let me double check that I got it correct, because measure twice, cut once, as they say. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Hey, Andrew, welcome. Okay, now we're going to go this way. The Horde Base for today. Welcome, Dim. We're going to make, basically, a ginormous square, and then peppered along this giant flat square of concrete, we're going to make little bitty, small platforms, probably like 1 by 1, just 1 block straight up, surrounded by spikes. And basically, it's just going to be a run and gun. I'm going to run around shooting them, throwing grenades, throwing Molotovs, blowing them up, whatever. And if I get a broken leg, or I get tired, or I get surrounded, I can quickly run to the little platforms that are surrounded by spikes, jump up, heal myself, do whatever I need, take a breather for a second, then I can jump back down and get back in the action. Now, the big flat square is not... I've done it before. In fact, I did it on my private world, and I even streamed it a couple times. But the little trap things are basically something I saw Cage848 do back in Alpha 15. He called it the Concentrated Spike Defense Trap. And basically what it was is he ran along the road and dug out little holes and then surrounded them by log spikes and a whole bunch of like barbed wire, which barbed wire is no longer player craftable. But and then he would basically defend each one until they broke through. Then he would run to a different one that was built exactly the same, and he would just do that over and over. It's not exactly like that, but kind of. So we're making a 50 by 50 platform. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Now I'm going to double check that again, and then we can easily just box it off. No, I kind of feel like maybe I could make it a little longer, but then again, I'd have to hack some of that out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, don't tell me I already screwed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're going to have to start from this end because this is the end I started from. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's correct. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, so I got it right. I must have just planted the thing on the wrong one. Now we're going to go... I don't need to count this because the two sides are already at 50. I just have to do this. And of course, we're going to have to dig this out to make it the same level. I guess technically I could build it up, but I think it'd be easier just to dig it out. Which unfortunately means screamers. Now we'll come over here and get this side to come over here so the two sides meet at the same area. And then it's time to build. Well, dig, actually. Grab a drink. Okay, almost there. What we're going to do is we're going to fill in all of this with what we can, and then what we can't, we'll dig out the rest. That way we can get kind of a general idea of the layout of the area. Yeah, as you can see, we're going to be digging out quite a bit. All right, and of course on the sides here, we'll put little ramps so they don't have to jump to try to get up. Now we're just going to fill in everything that's at this particular elevation, and then we'll dig out everything else. So this is going to be kind of a boring-ish episode, but I don't know. I know we keep saying over and over and over, not just me, but everybody, oh, Alpha 20 is right there. It's, a week away, a month away. Yeah, we don't know. I've given up trying to guess. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be the week after Thanksgiving, since the last estimate they gave is the first week of December, or the first part of December, excuse me, that's what they said. So I'm thinking probably next week, but again, don't know. But we are getting close, so I've decided to go ahead and do one last Horde base. Proper water physics, you know how to make it possible to... Yeah, exactly. I want to make an underground base. Just, I don't know about a Horde base, but just at least an underground base. That's really what I want to make. And I'm hoping eventually they'll get to it. They were apparently going to in Alpha 20, but the guy that's going to do it, Fatal, apparently he's like one of the important devs that does a lot of different things. And they basically had to pull him off of that to do other things that were more important. So, yeah. I'm hoping it'll be in Alpha 20, but again, or 21 rather, but we don't know. The good thing is they have said that it is something they intend to fix. It's not one of those things where, if we get the time, it is on the list, on the roadmap or whatever. They will be fixing it. It's just when. Yeah, underwater bases in Minecraft is... I've been wanting to do an underwater base in Minecraft, but unless you get the Respiration 3 on your helmet and Aqua Affinity, it's extremely difficult. And even then, it's not like it's super easy, it's just easier. You don't have to worry so much about drowning, and then you can actually break blocks underwater with Aqua Affinity. Yeah, and if you think it stinks waiting for Alpha 20, think about... get a load of this. I play Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO. Now, the new expansion was supposed to come out November 23rd, which I think was today, yesterday, tomorrow, whatever. And it got pushed back to December 7th. And Early Access is the previous Friday. And it's looking like Alpha 20 might be out that same day, Friday. Not for, like, us, but for their streamers. So it's like, god darn it, it looks like they might both be coming out the same day. Yeah, the conduits are really good, but the problem with the conduit is you have to get Nautilus shells, 8 of them, I believe, and those are not hard to get, but it's time-consuming, because I think the only thing that drops them are the, what are they called? The drowned, or you can do the treasure maps and hope you can get some from those. I haven't had the best luck with treasure maps with Nautilus shells, so I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I forgot about the conduit. I've never actually made one, I don't think. But yeah, the conduit's pretty sweet. Unlimited water breathing. I think it has some other bonuses too, but I'm not sure. Dwarf Fortress? Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I don't know. How do I feel like I'm sitting so low? I don't know. Oh, for those that are new, that have come in since I started, I put in the rest of my quality of life mods. Again, just for the series till the end. It adds one extra row of inventory. I added the stack mod, so everything that I normally use stacks to like 30,000. And then I want to try to hit max level by the end of the series, so I tripled the XP. So we now get 3 times XP. It is water breathing, but it's called, the buff is called, or the enchantment's called Respiration. I actually have been playing lately, and I've got it on my helmet. Would you please stop that? Yeah, Respiration is pretty much absolutely necessary. How long will the series be done? The series goes until Alpha 20, or I die. If I die, that'll be the end of pretty much any content, more than likely, until Alpha 20. Oh, for conduits bonuses. Yeah. Okay, so you think it's alpha aqua affinity and water breathing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know it does water breathing, but I didn't know it did aqua affinity. That makes sense. Although, to be honest, I always have that long before I'd ever have a conduit, those two things. Although the infinite water breathing is certainly better than respiration 3, because I think it like doubles or triples the amount of time you can stay under. Oh my, am I really out already? Yeah, 500 by, or 50 by 50 is what? Way more. We are doing one final Horde base before Alpha 20. It is basically a giant platform that I'm going to just run and gun, and scattered around the platform are going to be a bunch of little platforms with spikes around it. So if I get a broken leg or bleed out, whatever, I can quickly run and take a breather on it. And they'll be surrounded by a bunch of spikes. But because I've got parkour, I can easily jump over them. What's new in Alpha 20? Oh my god. Alpha 20 is probably going to be the biggest content drop ever. The biggest feature of Alpha 20 is they completely threw out all of random gen. Completely threw it out and rebuilt it. And they're using a new tile system. And the cities are more dense. There's more zombies. They replaced the zombie models of all of the remaining ones that they didn't replace in Alpha 19. So there's a new cop model, a new screamer model, a new spider zombie model, a whole bunch of other stuff. They're adding they're adding or redesigning over 150 POIs. The random gen is the biggest thing, and it's massive. They're adding an entire new tier of weapons called pipe weapons. It's a tier 0. You can make them on day 1. All you need is pipes, which you can easily get, and then some duct tape. They've got a pipe shotgun, a pipe machine gun, a pipe rifle, a stun baton, which is a tier 0, basically, or tier 1 version of the electric stun baton that's currently in the game. Oh yeah, it's way different than Darkness Falls. It'll be interesting to see how random gen's gonna work. But yeah, Alpha 20 is massive. It's quickly becoming close to the longest development alpha after Alpha 17. But in Alpha 17, they ripped out like 3/4 of the game and completely replaced it. No, random gen is faster. Oh, and also, random gen is going to add a 10,000 or a 10K option. Currently, the only options are 4, 6, and 8K for the size of the random gen map. In Alpha 20, there's gonna be 4. I think it's 4, 8, and 10. 10 it's kilometers is what it is. It's meters, but it's kilometers. And the goal, and apparently they've hit it, is no more than 1 minute per kilometer. So if you make an 8K map, that's 8 minutes. And they said that when they were testing it, it was around 7 to 8 minutes for an 8K map, which is definitely quick. And then they said the 10K map was like 9 minutes. Oh god, triple XP. Look at that XP jump. Jeez. So yeah, it's going to be faster than currently. But do keep in mind that once it's built, once the random gen's done, you never have to do it again, so. One of the cool things about random gen is they added like the painted striped lines on the roads and stuff. So there's actually like the white lines on the edges, on the sides of the roads, and then the white stripe, I don't know what you call them, in the middle of the road. It's really, really cool. And the number of POIs they added is just absolutely insane. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it also depends on your computer, what you've got. If you got a lot of RAM and you got a better CPU and all that, it can be faster. And somebody asked them that. They said they assumed that all these devs that have been working on it have like the new 3000 graphics cards and the best of the best. And a lot of them said no, they've been trying to get better computers while developing 20. And because obviously there's the shortage, a lot of them have been using like several, you know, computers are like 3, 4, 5 years old, and they're like, no, we have really good performance. They said as far as actual performance, it's going to be roughly equivalent to Alpha 19. They said there's going to be situations where it's going to be a little better and situations where it'll be a little worse. It's like everything else when it comes to PC gaming. It just depends on your computer. But they're working with fairly run-of-the-mill average computers for development. So that's good. Hey, welcome, Kestrel. Yeah, I totally understand that. I stopped making my videos back in like mid-June, thinking for sure that Alpha 20 was going to be out like in August. And so I didn't really want to start a new series. And then it was, I think, in September, I started this series. Stationary what? Yeah, that's pretty much why I did this series. And it's looking like, since they've now changed the estimated date yet again to the first, it doesn't say December, it actually says first part of December. I'm guessing that means they're close enough now that it's probably going to be next Friday. Fatal posted on the forums in the last couple days that there's no way it would come out this week. They're not done. But he said after that, it's anybody's guess. And since the week after that is like the 3rd or 4th of December on that Friday, I have a hopeful feeling that it's going to come out next Friday. But again, we just don't know. Even the Fun Pimps, they really don't know. Until it's done, they don't know. It could be done tomorrow. It could not be done for another month. They don't know any more than we do. That's why they don't give out release dates anymore. They give out estimates. Oh, stationary turrets? God, look at all these levels. I'm going up 3 times XP is insane. No, there are no, like, mountable turrets. That would be awesome. Look at that, 8,000 cement I've already used, and this isn't even like half. Well, it's about half. Pretty crazy. You know what? Maybe I could get this done by day 98. Yeah, I just ate a pizza, so I'm good. So burned out on pizza. I'm burned out on everything. $9,000 cement already. People are like, why do you make so much cement? Because if you make any sort of decent-sized project, you're going to burn through that and then some. Chick-fil-A is way too expensive for what you get. Although I will admit, I finally did have it, and it was super good. I think it will be December 10th. They want to give streamers a weekend to try and finalize everything. Yeah, that's the whole point of the streamer weekend. Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, there was supposed to be a flamethrower turret when they added the electric system in Alpha 16, but it got pushed back and then eventually canceled, more or less. Joel has said he wouldn't mind trying to add it, but he doesn't think they're going to have time. What would I want Alpha 20 to have? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, maybe more vehicles, but honestly, I'm pretty content with the vehicles we've got. And they're adding mods to vehicles in Alpha 20, as well as the ability to tint them with different colors. So if, like, on multiplayer, you can actually have different colors of, like, the Jeep and stuff, so you don't have to worry about whose vehicles is whose. I don't know. There's really... well, I will... Okay, there is one thing I wish they would do. I wish they would add more to the electric system. I would like some more traps, and maybe some... I don't know. Just more to do with the electric system. I do like it, but I really think there's more they could add. A lot of people want them to add wireless, so you don't have to... My God, am I really gaining that many levels at triple XP? Damn. I wouldn't mind the wireless, but to me that's not a make or break, but I would definitely welcome it. But yeah, just in general, more traps maybe. The flamethrower would be pretty cool, but I think the reason they didn't add the flamethrower is because of frame rate issues. I mean, yeah, we have Molotovs, but Molotovs are not a continuously firing thing. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen any zombies in a while. Well, we did have that dog horde, so... Yeah, I would love a flamethrower. I gotta say, I'm super happy with the M60. And Moon Knight brought over the Rambo movies, all 5 of them. I've never seen them. And I watched all 5 of them back to back to back to back. And holy crap, when he was running around with that M60, I was just like, oh yeah. No. Okay, the reason people want wireless is because the wires are ugly. And the way the wires work in this game, you can't, like, attach them to walls to make them look nice. They literally go straight from the air, through the air, like, up through ceilings and stuff. And they just think it's ugly. It's not that they want wireless electricity like it were in real life. They just want it for the looks. And that I do. I understand. I don't really care myself, but I absolutely understand why people think it's ugly, because it is. If you saw the base that I made over there in the wasteland, the wires were all over and they looked hideous, but I didn't really feel like trying to hide them and stuff, so I just made them the way they are. Bill, there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. A lot of so-called classic movies, I've never seen them. It's not like because I didn't like them, I just happened never to see them. But yeah, Moon Knight bought the collection with all 5, and he brought them over on whatever day, the last day I streamed. I think it was Saturday. And I sat here and I watched all 5 of them in a row back to... He's like, you won't do that. I was like, you watch me. And we did. He was here and watched the first 3 with me, but then it was like 3 in the morning and he was super tired, so he went home. And then he let me borrow it, and I watched the other 2 right after he left. I finished the last one, the part 5, at like, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning. Damn, it was good. The ending to part 5 was probably the most satisfying revenge ending I've ever seen, ever. Now, that doesn't mean anyone else would agree, but for me personally, it was easily the best revenge. I was so cheering. Loved it. Oh, yeah, okay, visually wireless. Yeah, exactly, Dim. They don't want wireless for that, yeah. A new biome would be nice because they did take out the, what do you call it, the maple, well, they were going to add the maple biome, maple tree biome in Alpha 17, and then instead they ended up not adding that and instead removed the plains biome, which I thought was a bummer. Yeah, see... Kestrel, yeah, Moon Knight said the same thing. He didn't like 3. I loved 3. I thought 3 was great. He's like, it's boring, and I fell asleep. But I'm like, how did you fall asleep? He's like, there's no action. It's slow. And I'm like, dude, there was action the whole movie. Maybe not the most action, but I liked it. I thought it was really good. I honestly don't see how anybody could see that and think it was boring. I'm not saying it wasn't the best or anything, but I don't know how anybody could watch 3 and think it's boring. Alright, I think that should be good for you. In Burma, that was the 4th one. That movie was just... damn. I'm hoping they make a 6th one, but I don't think they're going to. I would be very, very surprised if they made a 6th movie. But I'm hoping. More like a cartoon? I don't know. I don't really... I can't say I feel that way, but... when Moon Knight and I watched the 3rd one, to me, I think the big issue with the 3rd one, why people might not like it, is because it had a message. The first 2 were just kind of action movies, and that's just what they were. But the 3rd one, and the 4th one for that matter, well, really even the 5th one, it seemed like they had a message. I mean, it even said at the end of the 3rd one, it's like, you know, this war's been going on forever, we need to stop these wars, blah, blah, blah. So it had like I don't want to say a political message, but it had a message. And I think that might be why some people didn't like it. And again, I understand that, totally. But I tend to like movies that people don't. And it's because I don't think hard about movies. Like, when they have messages, I'll give you the example, and I've given it before, and I know a lot of people disagree, and that's cool. The 2016 Ghostbusters. I didn't look at it as a Ghostbusters movie. I looked at it as just a paranormal type movie, and as a result, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, again, if I had seen it as a Ghostbusters movie, yeah, it was terrible. It was not a good Ghostbusters movie. It just wasn't. And it wasn't because it was all women or anything else. It didn't have the feel or the style. And so, yeah, for that reason, I 100% agree that the 2016 Ghostbusters wasn't very good. But just as a generic movie, I liked it. I thought it was really good. Well, maybe not really good, but I liked it. I don't feel like I wasted my time. Yeah, I definitely want to see the Afterlife. It sounds like it's pretty decent. Although it doesn't sound like they're making it with like a new trilogy or something in mind. But I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not just like a one-off, but they're actually going to start a new series with it. But I don't know. I've been hearing mixed reviews about it. Some people seem to really say it's soulless and it's empty, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But again, I tend to enjoy a lot of movies that people don't care for, but it's also because I don't think too hard about them. I just kind of enjoy them for what they are. I don't sweat the details too much. But I also understand why some people don't like some things. Like, yeah, I could, if you were looking at something like this, yeah, I could definitely understand. Awful actresses, better actresses would have made that movie great. The only thing that kind of has me concerned is the fact that they've got a bunch of kids being the Ghostbusters. I'm like, I'll have to see it. But that seems odd to me. And I don't know how old they are, because obviously I haven't seen it in a while. But they're like kids. They're like young teenagers, it looks like. If they're even teenagers. I assume they are. Oh, I think I went too far. Crap. But yeah, again, I'll have to see. I don't know. I'm definitely curious in it. One thing I'm curious about are the cameos with Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson and Bill Murray, who I'm not really a big fan of. He's a good actor, but he's apparently a real dick in real life. Most people do not like working with him because apparently he's pretty arrogant, and he's just not a good person in general. No, I'm not mining. I'm digging out the area for this base. I mean, yes, I'm mining, but I'm not mining for resources, no. Just surprised we haven't seen a thing yet. Yeah, that was the thing. The 2016 one, a lot of people didn't like it because supposedly there was a lot of drama on the sets and stuff, and just in general. They made a big deal about how it was all women, and like pretty much not just the Ghostbusters, but like all the people were women. And they only had, what was his name? The one guy, he's like a super popular guy, but they made him like super stupid, and it's like the few men that were there, they made them all dumb, and I was like, yeah, I knew all that going in, but I didn't think too much about it. I just tried to enjoy it for what it was, and I did, I enjoyed it. I mean, it definitely didn't need to, I knew it was never going to win any awards, but I mean, any of the Ghostbusters movies. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. And there's been a lot of movies that have been like that, where they made sequels and stuff way after, and they were dramatically different and that, and it's like, I just try to enjoy them for what they are, and I don't sweat the small stuff too much. No, it was not woke. That's not even a thing. Yeah, I know the premise of it. They're Egon's grandkids. Because he obviously is the only one that died in real life. And that's one of the reasons I'm not a fan of Bill Murray, because Bill Murray is the reason why there was never a third movie. He doesn't like sequels, and he hated the second one. And I'm like, I love the second Ghostbusters. I know why some people didn't like it. But honestly, I loved the second Ghostbusters movie. And so a lot of people saw a shadow. And so, yeah, it's... I like the second one, but apparently Bill Murray's the reason why they never made a third one. Because they couldn't get him to come on board. He refused, like, forever. I was actually surprised when they got him to do the Ghostbusters game back in, I was like, mid-2000s. They actually managed to get him to do the Ghostbusters video game, which apparently was really good. And, yeah, so that's one of the reasons I'm not big on Bill Murray, because he's the one that actually killed the Ghostbusters franchise. And then it was like another slap in the face when he did the cameo for the 2016 one. He didn't want nothing to do with it, blah, 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 and then all of a sudden he's willing to do the cameo for the one that most people weren't really interested in. It's like, I don't know. Again, I try not to think too much about it. I enjoy things for what they are. I definitely want to see the new one. We'll see. I'll see it when it comes out and on TV or whatever, for rent, whatever it is. Go. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. That's a big Twinkie. Like, tell him about the Twinkie. What about the Twinkie? Yeah. Everything was going fine till Dickless here turned off the containment unit. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. The first one really was iconic. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. It came out when I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. I remember going and seeing it. Well, I don't remember going and seeing it, but I remember seeing it when I was a kid. And I absolutely loved it. But I'm middle-aged now, so... Yeah, I'm proud to be a part of it. Let's do it. I couldn't help it. What? What couldn't you help? I forget exactly what he says. Like, I couldn't help it. What did you do, Ray? Oh shit. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Choose your destructor. Oh, I get it. If we think of J. Edgar Hoover's going to show up and destroy us. Empty your heads. The choice has been made. Whoa! I didn't make any choice. Did you make any choice? No. Did you? Ray? Ray? I couldn't help it. It just popped in there. What? What just popped in there? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. What did you do, Ray? Oh, shit. Ugh. Oh god, this is so much digging. See, this is why I like doing stuff like this on stream, because like now we're talking about stuff. I mean, normally, as I've said, I just turn on the music, but it's nice to be able to just sit back and shoot the breeze with people, talk about things. What? Dim's never seen them? Oh man, get out of my stream. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, if you haven't seen them, I would definitely recommend them, at least the first one. Like I said, a lot of people didn't like the second one. I never really understood why. I liked the second one. But, yeah. Definitely highly recommend at least the first one. It was so good. I smell turkey. I remember that marshmallows. Yeah, it was great. It's like I couldn't help it. It just popped in there. What? What just popped in there? I used to remember when I was a kid going down to Capo Conda or whatever, roasting marshmallows. What is it? It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Boondock. Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah, I haven't watched any movies in like 15 years since my dad died. I don't know why. I can't explain it. When my dad passed away, I lost all interest in TV shows and movies. And there's like no relevance. It's not like I watched movies or TV shows with him or anything. I don't know. It was around that time that I just kind of lost interest in watching anything. That's why the other night, or Saturday or whatever, when Moon Knight was mentioning Rambo, all of a sudden I wanted to see it. And he brought them over, and I was like, I'm going to watch all of them. He was like, you don't understand. I really want to watch them suddenly. And he's like, you won't watch them all. I was like, watch me. I sure did. I watched all 5 of them back to back. I took like a 5-minute break in between each one to get up, walk around, use the bathroom, get a drink, stretch, and then right back on to the next one. Oh, crap. Ray's gone bye-bye, Egon. Cross the streams. Wait a minute, Egon. You said crossing the streams was bad. Total platonic or protonic reversal. Apparently, Dan Aykroyd's a big ghost buff in real life. He loves paranormal, supernatural, and stuff. He told a story about how he thought Men in Black actually were watching him. He was going to do some sort of interview back in like the 90s or something. And he said there was this like black car with a bunch of dudes in black suits across the street from the radio station or whatever where he was about to give the interview or something like that. And then they went down the street and they couldn't possibly have made a U-turn or something, and they did. And it kind of freaked him out, so he ended up not doing it or something. I think he did it, but like he was going to release it on DVD or something, and he decided not to because he was like spooked. I'm like, well, I mean, I can understand that. It was weird. But it was a long time. It was like 10 or 15 years ago. I've got the first 2 movies somewhere. My parents bought it way back when. Yeah, Ghostbusters are great. There aren't many movies that I've watched more than once, but Ghostbusters is one of them. Once you've seen it, it's a great movie to just kind of play in the background and listen, because once you've seen it, you don't really need to see the visual stuff. You just listen to it, and it's hilarious. I think the biggest issue with this Horde Base right now is going to be that I'm almost out of frames. Yep, 200. That is a problem. Yeah, exactly. It's a great background movie because once you've seen it, you know all the scenes like in your head or whatever. And so it's just fun to listen to the things. Like I said, it's like, is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. Whoa, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. Did you all get that? Or all the criminals in the cell are listening. They're like paying attention. Should have turned on 3 times damage. I should have. Yeah, the reason there's no screamer is because I'm not destroying the blocks fast enough, and the type of block you destroy tends to affect how fast or how much heat you generate. When you destroy ores and stuff, each ore block destroyed generates more heat than destroying, for example, a dirt block. If I had put this on one shot, the dirt, yeah, we would definitely have had a screamer by now. And I'm not complaining. It's also why I haven't swapped off or logged back out and changed it to 300% damage, because I really don't feel like dealing with screamers. They're a pain in the butt. And now with doing 3 times XP, oh my god, my game stage. Look, it already went up to 300. Ugh. Although that reminds... Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Alright, we're doing Gunslinger next. Shotguns are good, but I like Gunslinger better. Wow, I really didn't think I'd get this done before day 98. I think I definitely can. Yeah, I never was into Legos. I liked Legos when I was a kid, but it's like, I don't understand the fascination with Legos. Okay, correction. When I say that, I'm not talking about the actual Legos. I'm talking about, like, the games. That's what I meant. I don't understand why people like the games so much. I mean, I find them super boring. But I've never played them. I've watched Moon Knight play them, and I'm like, really? They're too simplistic. But I think they're more made for kids than they are adults. So that makes sense. They can't make them super complicated. Yeah, those are one of the games I never understood the popularity of, is the Lego games. I don't think they're dumb or anything. I don't see the appeal. No, I'm surprised. I really didn't think 50 blocks would be big enough. I was thinking more like 100, but... No, I'm thinking 50's probably big enough. We're still having to destroy 2 blocks tall, so... Yeah. We got a ways to go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Uh-oh. Needs repairs. What? Ooh, hey, what's this? Oh, it's soil. Great, just what I wanted. Oh, needs repaired. Hey, Vascatraz. Long time no see, or at least it feels like it. Alright. I never had welcome, Paul. I never had Lincoln Logs, but we did have Legos. I like Legos. It was pretty cool. Although we were poor, so we did have Legos, but we also had the other ones. Build a Block or whatever it was. Oh. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I almost forgot. It's what, day after tomorrow? Of course, that's only for our American friends. Because Thanksgiving is obviously an American holiday. I think Canada has a Thanksgiving holiday, but it's... Uh-oh. But theirs is obviously at a different time of year. The only reason I think they do is because I'm pretty sure I saw Thanksgiving Day in Canada on my calendar. Music is still going. Okay, well, I guess that was it. Since I got a 3rd point, let's go ahead and put that into ability. I want Gunslinger, and I want Deep Cuts eventually. But for now, we're good. What we get? What we get? Okay. What-a-dun. Oh, hell. You come from? I mean, I know where you're going in my cooking pot, but I don't know where you came from. Yeah, I've been starting to make some meat stew since I had like 700 meat. And more corn and potatoes than I'd ever use. So I started making stacks of meat stew. kind of feel like I should, No, 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 no. I need those. I think we're gonna just kind of go like this. What is the ground clear for? This is going to be yet another Horde base, and definitely the final one for Alpha 19. It is basically going to be a 50 by 50 open area where we're going to be chased by the zombies. And it's going to be a run and gun area, and in addition to that, I knew it, that went down. We're going to make a bunch of little platforms scattered throughout, so if I get a broken leg, or I need to rest or relax, repair, whatever, I can jump up on them, the little platforms, and they'll be surrounded by spikes to hold off the zombies temporarily, and then I can jump right back down and go back into the action. A simple but effective base. Not really even a base, it's just a giant field's all it is. But it's a pretty cool idea. I've actually done it in my private worlds. Oh no, don't waste my thingies, I need those. Make a hole. I feel like I did make a hole. All right. Oil. Come on. Okay, get this all done. Trying to pay attention to chat, although it's gotta make sure that anything I don't like to miss chat. I don't know how people do chat when the chat's like 700 people. I only have like 5 or 10 people, and it's like, holy crap, how do you keep up? I am definitely one of those people that does not like to not respond, not just to the chat, but to like comments and stuff. See people that have like 10,000 comments. I'm like, oh my god, I don't. There isn't enough time in the day to read that many comments. And I've noticed a lot of the bigger YouTubers, they just don't. Not because they're being rude. They literally don't have that kind of time. Here I am struggling with a whopping 600 subscribers. Well, not struggling, but... Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, I was watching some of those. They were kind of funny. It's because they ported a port. They ported to console a mobile port. No, no, you don't do that. It's like the Silent Hill collection back on the PS3. They made that port on the PS3 based on incomplete versions of the PS2 version. Apparently, Konami lost the original masters of the Silent Hill 2 and 3. So the idiots tried to port an incomplete version, and that's why the game was all screwed up. I bought it, and I never even could play it because it crashed so much and locked up and froze. Yeah, at some point they do. That's why you see, like, the bigger ones. Usually they'll read, like, some of the comments, and then they'll heart them and stuff. Like me, I always heart every comment, and I guess like it. You do the little thumbs up. It takes less than a second, and I don't mind doing it. Plus, supposedly, any interaction with your viewers and stuff, it helps the algorithm and it promotes the channel. I've actually been getting recommended my own videos lately. I'm like, really? Like, why the hell am I being recommended my own videos? That doesn't make any sense. But I find it funny. My subscribe feed or whatever, it actually has my own videos. I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't think I was that freaking arrogant. Not, but... And this over here. Yeah, they did. They ported a port. And here's the funny thing. The people that made it, that made the new Grand Theft Autos, it's not actually Rockstar. It's some little company that they bought. And their expertise was porting the PS2 ones, the originals, to mobile. And apparently, what they did was they ported their mobile port to consoles. And that's why a lot of features and stuff are missing. Because when they apparently had to port it to... When they ported it to the mobile, because it's mobile, they couldn't put everything in, so they had to leave things out. Or at least that's my understanding. I could totally be wrong, I'm not sure. But either way, everything about it just seemed... I mean, like, really? Why would you hand it to somebody that does not do console work? They only do portable. It just... Everything about it was dumb. Honestly, I don't care. I loved the games when they came out. I played them when they came out, but they were so... Compared to now, they're so janky and they're so simplistic. I couldn't... I have zero interest in playing them. I mean, none. Not even a little. I don't really get why people are so... We're so enthusiastic to play them. I really don't get it. But people seem to be really into it, so... Well, see, that's the problem, Bill. That's exactly what the problem is. Rockstar didn't do anything. Since these were such beloved games, Rockstar should have made it or worked on it themselves. I mean, hell, we're still waiting for 6, 8 years later? I mean, they're becoming like Bethesda, which is another company I'm not a fan of. They may release decent games, but they're always an absolute bug fest. And when you consider they supposedly spent like $500 million to make Skyrim, there's zero excuse for it being as bug-ridden. Bugs are going to get through. But when there's as many game-breaking ones, there's just no excuse. If it really wasn't ready, then keep developing. Yeah, people get upset, but people got far more upset that the game was an absolute train wreck. But I understand that they're under a lot of pressure, not just from the community, but from the publishers and stuff, because they want to make that money back. Now, I do agree with you that Rockstar doesn't deserve as much of the hate as they're getting, but they're absolutely responsible. I mean, at least a little bit. They should have at least checked the quality control and stuff on these ports before allowing them to release. I like Diablo 3 on console. I played the hell out of it. But, as I said, I know I play this and it's PC, but I honestly do not see myself as a PC gamer. I know a lot of people are confused when I say that. Yeah, I mean, I love the Fun Pimps, and don't get me wrong, they've got their issues and stuff. They've made mistakes, Alpha 17, etc., but they seemingly have learned from their mistakes, and they do their damnedest not to repeat them. They're certainly far from perfect, but, yeah, I definitely agree. I'm a big fan of the Fun Pimps, at least so far. They haven't made any too egregious mistakes. And after Alpha 17, they pretty much did a 180 on their development cycle. They said, you know what? We're not going to release stuff if it's not 100% done. And Alpha 18 showed that. When 18 came out in experimental, it was damn near perfect. I mean, it really was. There were issues, but like there were no massive game-breaking issues. And yeah, I was very impressed. And Alpha 19, from what I remember, it was the same way. It was very, very polished for an experimental, and I'm hoping Alpha 20 is, but time will tell. Considering how much they pushed it back again and again and again and again, I'm really hopeful that 19 or 20 is going to be relatively polished as well. As we've said, there's always going to be bugs. It is not possible to not have bugs. That's unreasonable, and it's stupid to think there'd be zero. But they've been pretty good since Alpha 18 with not releasing bad releases. Heck, Alpha 19 was so good in my opinion, I was actually surprised that they made... I think the Alpha 19.3, I think, was what I was considered done. I didn't think they'd make a 0.4, 5, or 6. 0.4, it fixed some things, and then 5 and 6 were pretty much just the Twitch integration and some fixes to it, and I think some language fixes. But other than that, yeah, I've been pretty happy with the last couple of alphas. They haven't had too many issues from what I remember. Because we tend to remember the bad things more than the good. I'm going to have to go make some stuff because I'm out. but we mostly got this crafted out, or dug out. A little bit more, but not much. Come on. Much cement. I had 30,000. I've already used over 20,000 cement. Day of the Dead mod. Yeah, I've heard of a bunch of the mods. The only ones I've ever played are War of the Walkers, Darkness Falls, Borderlands Z, True Survival way back in like Alpha 16, Starvation, which was also Alpha 16. I think those are the only ones I've really played. I played Ravenhurst, but in my opinion, that mod is an absolute train wreck. It's a hardcore mod. If you're not hardcore, don't even waste your time. And I'm not hardcore. That is like masochism to the extreme. But my understanding is Ravenhurst is also more designed around multiplayer than single player, so that makes sense. But yeah, I've heard of Day of the Dead, but I've never played it. Believe it or not, just this morning I was looking at a bunch of different mods to add to this series, and I didn't really see anything that was all that interesting. And I'm not talking about overhaul mods, I'm talking about just individual. Like, they had one that added a bunch of new doors and stuff, and I considered it. Where is my... Did I run over here? No, I flew. Okay, so we can run. Go and make some more stuff. Oh, crap, I need to finish this. Wait. No, I didn't. Okay. Upgrade these. Need to go up and make some frame. I'm not too concerned. Oh, no. We're going to try to make them upstairs if we can. Girlfriend was watching the stream. That's cool. Yeah, hate to do it, but I have to. Bar frame. How many can I make? 4,000? Yeah. Yeah, the Romero mod actually is one that I was kind of curious, but it's made by Kane, and I'm not a big fan of Kane. And instead of just making it simplistic, he added a bunch of stuff which wasn't necessary. So I kind of... If it was just the headshot or whatever, I was like, yeah, okay, I could see that. Wait, what? Huh? Ah, there we go. That's 200 meat. Damn. That's pretty crazy. I like the Romero mod idea, but the problem is, being that I use a controller, I don't think that would work out well for me. Especially on Horde night. 133 bones dead. Alright, let's grab some more concrete mix. Yeah, see, I had almost 100,000. Not so much anymore. Still haven't found the books. Let's see. Okay, good. $70. Day of the Dead mod. Oh, I know what I need to do. I got time to kill, so let's go ahead and go get, you know. Yeah, I'm the same way, Bill. I definitely prefer vanilla, no doubt. And the reason why is because while there are things in vanilla that I don't like, they pale in comparison to stuff in the mods that I don't like. I think I've more than explained my rough dislike of like Darkness Falls and stuff. There's just too much that he changes that I don't like. But there are good things, like the new zombies and stuff, but meh. Yeah, Vascatraz, I haven't seen it, but Jawoodle did a playthrough on it a while back. And as much as I like the idea of the large random hordes, you can actually do that without installing a mod, as it were. You can just actually go into the XML, and you can set the random hordes, to be any size you want. I think by default, the minimum is like 6, and the maximum is like 10 or 12. But you can make it any size you want. I've actually considered doing that myself. Just making the random hordes really, really big. Because I loved the hordes back in like Alpha 15 and 16, where there'd be like 20, 30 zombies coming at you. Now at night, that's terrifying, but during the day, it was awesome. And since now, the hordes don't always immediately zoom in on you, you'll have hordes that you'll never even see them, because they don't actually spawn and run right at you, they spawn near you. So I actually like that idea, because you won't have massive hordes constantly breathing down your neck. Warzuk, or Whereas UK. Yep, I've played that one. That's one I forgot. Yep, I like that one. I thought that one was kind of neat. Oh, really? So it's like right here. There it is. Those and this. Son of a bitch. Look, it did it again. I ate the can. Oh, wait, no, did it? No, it didn't give me the can. You. Ooh, that's actually pretty decent. Y'all saw that, right? I ate that candy and it didn't give it to me. I didn't imagine it. That's the second time that's happened, and that's weird. I mean, I've eaten probably hundreds of candies over Alpha 19. I mean, I guess that's not terrible if it's only done it twice. Alright, I do believe I have another. I do indeed. I went to that one. Stupid tier 5 clear. I think I'm going to go back to that damn tier 5 or 4. Was it 5 or 4? That apartment building. I am so tempted to go back with a rocket launcher with actual explosive rockets. I am so tempted to do that. Bring that sucker down. Yeah, I mean, I did, but what are you going to do? It's only the second time it's happened. So it's not that big a deal. It sucks, but... And I mean, it's not like I try not to rapid use things like food and candy, because sometimes that does, like, bug out. So I don't... It's not like I immediately ate it after I was digging or whatever. I waited a second. I don't know. Weird. Alright, let's go get this and then head back, and by then a good chunk of those rebar frames should be done. And we can get back to digging and laying more... stupid bug where it bounces you. Wish they'd fix that. You might be like, well, it's because you have the faster gyro. Yeah, I've seen other YouTubers that don't boost their speed, and it still happens to them. Yeah, I gotta say, once you learn how to do it, I don't understand all these people that complain about it being so hard. And yes, I do crash into things, but it's because I'm not doing it right. It's not because the controls are hard. The only thing I do have an issue with the gyro is how sometimes when you try to go forward and you turn one direction, it will forcibly turn to the left. If I want to go to the right, no matter what I do, it will go to the left. And I think that's a bug, but I don't know. I could be wrong. That's the only issue I've ever had, and that doesn't feel like a control issue as much as it does a bug. Sit in the middle and quickly take these out to shrink the thing. Okay, so it looks like... Oh! What do you want? Go away. Got any friends? Ooh, I'll murder them too. That's my fault. I should have looked for zombies before I started digging. Oh, I should have got more gasoline. That's okay. We should easily be able to get this. Well, oh. Ooh. If we don't, that's going to be a problem because I have no way to dig. Where are you? Ooh. Have I caught Grant? I don't know what's Grant. Grand Spartan. Yeah, I've watched him for a couple of years. He's doing an Alpha 15 series right now, which is pretty cool. I don't care for Alpha 15 as much as 16. Alpha 15 was really horrendous for trying to gather resources because there was no way to boost your resource gathering, and you only got like 25 stones per block, and you can't one-shot it without modding it because Alpha 14 you could one-shot stone with a max pickaxe and all that and max skills. But they removed that ability, so 2 swings and you only get 25 stones. Yeah, no thanks. That's how the PS4 version is because it's Alpha 15. It's not terrible, but when you're used to the resource gathering bonuses and... Ooh, what the hell? Oh, that's what I was like, where am I going? Going the wrong direction. Yeah, man, I got a thing. Leg is an abrasion. But yeah, I like Grand Spartan. He's pretty cool. I've been watching him since at least Alpha 16. He used to do an actual series, then now he mostly just streams. In fact, I think he only entirely streams. And I think the reason why is because he said it took him so long to pre-record, or record and then edit and everything else, and then he wasn't getting near the views. And it's just more fun to stream, so I think he only streams now. I like when he streams with his wife. Those are so funny. I watched when he first started doing that. I think it was Alpha 17 or 16. Wow, that is a big spot. And he would like mess with her and stuff. It was great. Early on when he first started playing with her, he got her to use a wrench on a vending machine that was working, and she got electrocuted. And I laughed so hard. I was like, after that, she's like, I don't trust you anymore. He's like, no, really, honey, it's okay. You can do this. And she's like, no. It was great. Yeah, I'm not jumping out of the gyro. I'll pass. I don't feel like dying. I don't think I will now because I've got the parkour level 4, but I still don't want to take a chance. If this wasn't permadeath, I'd jump right out. I don't care. But it is, so yeah, no thanks. Ain't tricking me. Don't have any more. Oh, ooh, good. All right. Oh, that's nice. All right, so back to forged steel. That. 50 minutes. 30 minutes. No. 7,500, hand it over. That and this and that and this. Wow. Really? It maxed out? Damn. Nice. Yeah, I really like having the stack size. So much better. Yeah, I like Glock. I haven't watched him for a while. If anybody isn't sure who these people are that we're talking about, on my main page at the bottom, I've got links to a lot of the more prominent 7 Days YouTubers. Now, they don't all only do 7 days, but a lot of them do and or did. I've got like Cage848. He's the one that actually, the first person I ever saw play this game, and he's the one that got me into it and buying it. And then like Games for Kicks, Glock, Skippy0330, well, Giant Midget, of course, but he's currently taking a break until Alpha 20. Who else? You know what? No, I'm not going to take those downstairs right now. Stone and clay. But yeah, I've got several... I I got links to several of the bigger and/or better YouTubers. Grand Spartan I've got on there. So if anybody wants to check those dudes out, you can go to my main page, and there's links at the bottom. So you can go and take a gander. I highly recommend it. A lot of them are really good. And they're a lot of fun to watch. Cap, I think I've got Cap. I'm not positive. But I think I do. If I don't, he should be on there. Cap is more of a... he does a lot of... Like 1,000. First one you... Yeah, Skippy, from my understanding, his claim to fame, as it were, was his PS4 playthrough. He said that's when a lot of people... that's where a lot of people started watching him, and that's when his channel exploded. I don't remember. I think I started watching him when he was doing Alpha 15. He was doing Cooney Hills. And I really liked that. So that's where I first saw him, from what I remember. Yes, there we go. But a lot of them I haven't watched in a long time. South African couple is pretty good too. Reach, yeah, I've seen Reach Gaming. He actually came into one of my streams once. I mean, it said Reach Gaming, so I assumed it was really him. Him and her, I should say. I don't know if it was both of them or whatever. They didn't say, but yeah, Reach Gaming has come into one of my streams and was just like, "Hey, just wanted to, you know, check you out." And I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." So that was pretty cool. Yeah, my big thing right now I can't wait for is the console version when they eventually come out. I am really looking forward to the next gen console version. Ooh, I need to finish this. Let's see. We need wedges. Oh. Yeah, there is absolutely no end to good YouTubers out there. I mean, if you don't like my style or whatever, there's plenty of other people. If you don't like their style, I would say it's pretty much impossible that you wouldn't find somebody that you would like. Generally speaking, I am a vanilla player. I don't do overhaul mods. I mean, like, I've done a couple of videos here and there on, like, War of the Walkers. Oh, well, I guess I did do the one playthrough of Darkness Falls. But that's about it. I don't consider myself a modded player. And it's not that I don't play mods. I play a lot of mods. But I don't do them for my YouTube channel. Because I prefer... Oh, you stink. I'm a vanilla player. 99% of what I play is vanilla. And from what I've seen, most people generally prefer vanilla over modded. The only mods I tend to use are my quality of life mods. Yeah, Neebs Gaming, I watched him a long time ago, or them, and because it's scripted, I didn't, there were like moments that it was kind of funny, but I didn't care for them. They're funny, they're just not my thing. I don't care much for the scripted. I much prefer just having fun, doing what you're gonna do. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Paul. We will all be vanilla for a while. No, I'm not doing it. They've just gotten goofy as hell. No, you suck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're more about just the camaraderie and the multiplayer. And that's one of the reasons, generally speaking, I don't watch multiplayer 7 days. I'm just not into it. And I think, until you mentioned that, I didn't really think about why, but I think it's because they don't really play so much. They focus more on just having fun, messing with each other, screwing around. And that's awesome. I have no issue with that. But it's it's just not what I'm into. I much prefer gameplay and progression and stuff. It's like one of the reasons I recently, in like the last year or two, I've stopped watching like Cage and Games for Kicks. Not because they suck or anything. It's because they've been bouncing around between a lot of different games, and so they never make any real progress. They'll play a couple episodes, and then they'll get to like day 20 or something, and then they move on. They play another game or something, which is fine. But it's like, I like when you get further in the game. That's when the game gets more interesting to me. And that's not really how they play anymore. They used to, but I think part of it's just they're kind of bored with it, and I understand that. And there are a lot of games. But they'll play other games too, and they'll do the same thing. They'll play like a couple of episodes, and then they'll stop. So it's like, if you start to like the new stuff they're playing, yeah, they just kind of quit. And, like, I like building. That's what I like, and that's what I like to watch. That's one of the reasons I'm such a fan of Z Nation, is because he does all the stuff. He does looting, but his big thing is he likes to build. That's what I like to watch. I just realized I can't use these for that, so I gotta go upstairs. Oh, a lawnmower. I would love that. The Fun Pimp said they're not going to add anything like that, but there is a mod you can do if you're willing to mod, where you can add in basically it's a machete, and it attacks really, really fast and does like 0 entity damage or something. I've never used it, but like Z Nation and a couple others have used it, and it's pretty cool. And it uses like no stamina either. I need 116 should be plenty. Oh, you know what? Go. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. Building is what I like, and it's tough to do any significant building in the beginning of the game. Obviously, you don't have the resources, etc., etc. So, yeah. Right when it starts to get interesting to me, a lot of the bigger players and stuff, they just stop playing. Again, understandably so. It's this one, I think. Yes. And should be that one. Small corner, which this one. Yep. Yeah, Skippy gets bored and he takes off for a long time. That's another reason I stopped watching him. It's not that he sucks or anything. He just, like you just said, he took, like, I don't think he played Alpha 17 at all. I think he said it because he didn't like it, and so he didn't play it. And then he came back in Alpha 18 and he had a blast, but he didn't, I think he did one series, and I watched it, and it was a lot of fun. Oop. But then after that, like he said, he just kind of disappeared again, and then he came back for Alpha 19. But one of the things that I like about Skippy is that he builds. And I know that's not everybody's thing, and that's cool. I wish I was as good and creative a builder. Yeah, I build big stuff, but I'm not a... Oh, shoot, get back down there. I'm not a creative builder. I just like to build. Most of the stuff I build is things I've seen others build. I don't really have much creativity on my own. I take other people's ideas, and then I tweak them where I think they could be better. And that's... And like I said, this base here, I mean, it's not an original idea. I don't really have any original ideas. But that's also why I tell people straight up, I say, hey, this is where I saw the idea. So if you're interested in seeing the original, you can go watch you can go to their channel and watch them. I'm not about stealing credit for other people's stuff, because that's just not my thing. If I feel like something's an original idea that I came up with, I tell you. But generally speaking, nah. I don't really have any originality. I wish I did, but I do not. I know my limits. But that's one of the reasons that I like this game in general, is that most of the YouTubers and players love to share their creations and ideas, and they're like, hey man, if you want to take this idea and run with it, do so. Go for it. Like, I've used, what do you call it, the Killing Corridor and stuff quite a few times from Jawoodle. And for those that don't know it, I tell them, I say, hey, I got this idea from Jawoodle. If you want to see the original, go take a gander. I recommend it. It's good stuff. No. There you go. That'll make it easier for me to dig these out. I think that's everything. I don't think there's any more that are down here. Okay, here we go. Fill this in, upgrade it, and away we go. $1,300 on day 94. Okay, that's not too bad. The thing I've been doing lately, although not for the last like 2 weeks or so, I was for about a month before the last 2 weeks. I guess that'd be what, like a lot of October. I was really watching a lot of Minecraft videos. I don't know why. I just was interested in watching Minecraft. Not that I was bored in this. It's just, like I said, there's not a whole lot of content creators making 7 days content in general, and the few that are, just not really into it at the moment. I don't know, I'm just not into it. So I've been watching I was watching a lot of Minecraft videos. Now I'm back to kind of watching mostly, well, 7 days, and I've been watching some anime and stuff like that. Just things to keep me busy till Alpha 20 comes out. Once Alpha 20 comes out, we're going hardcore. So looking forward to 20. Like most people. I'm sure there's going to be stuff I'm like, not a big fan of, but you know what? That's every alpha. Although I gotta say, 18 and 19, that I recall, there wasn't really anything I didn't like. Maybe I wasn't as excited about it, but like straight up didn't like? I don't think so. Oh, this takes so long. One thing I wish you could do is place multiple blocks at once. Like, you could highlight a spot and then drag it and then click and then poof, it would throw it all at once. Cap, yeah, I like Cap, but when it comes to playing the game, yeah, as much as he does, well, he used to, I don't think he does so much at the moment because Alpha 19's been out for so long. His big thing was that he would do the myth busting and stuff, or he would test various things that people were curious about. But once he started doing actual gameplay, like Let's Plays and stuff, I like him, but it was like he didn't know how to play the game. Like, in general, he would do things that were, you just scratch your head and you're like, this isn't complicated or this is some basic stuff. It was weird. I have played quite a bit of Minecraft, just I don't stream it or record it. And with 1.18 Minecraft coming out on the 30th of November, I will be playing that. They're not all there. That's not nice. Plus, the other thing is right now, Cap is doing Darkness Falls, I believe, and as I've said, nah. Modded in general, nah. I do like to play modded, but watching it, nah, not so much. I watched Darkness Falls a little bit from like Jawoodle and stuff, and back in the day, months and months ago, because I learned a lot before I started doing my Darkness Falls series. So watching Jawoodle, and I think a couple other people I watched do Darkness Falls, I learned a lot of things that it's like, oh, I totally would have done that, or I would never have known to do that. I'm from Texas, and I approve. That's not funny. It wasn't meant to be funny. Or actually, that's not nice. It wasn't meant to be nice. Oh, God, we got a whole bunch of Texans. I've only been to Texas once, and that was back in 2017, 2018? I think it was 28. No, it was 2019. My brother and sister-in-law paid for me to go on a cruise, and we left through Galveston. That place, I guess we went through Houston, I think it was. I wasn't driving at the time, so I really didn't pay attention. That place is confusing as hell with all the overpasses and underpasses, and I was like, how the hell does anybody get anywhere? I mean, I live in a city of about 100,000, which to me, that's a crap ton, but I couldn't imagine living in a city with like hundreds of thousands or a million or what. I don't know how big Dallas and that, or Houston and that is, but I know it's big. Man, I don't think I could do that. Caps Darkness Falls. I click on. Yeah, I believe it or not, I actually have done. I do that too sometimes. I'll watch a video or something, and it's like, eh. But I'm a person that if it's somebody that I watch, like any of my subs or anything, it doesn't matter if I like the video or not. Like if I enjoy it, I mean, I always like it. As soon as I start the video, first thing I do is hit like. I don't know why everybody doesn't do that, but apparently that's not a thing. People like genuinely, if it's a random video, I could understand. But if it's somebody you like and like are sub to, then if you click on their video, then clearly you were at least slightly interested. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run out way before. Yep. That's okay. Kind of nice to split it up so we're not just doing nothing but digging and then nothing but laying blocks. Do a little digging, do a little laying, run around. Yeah, different parts of this country are strange. I live in Missouri. I live fairly close to St. Louis. I was actually born in St. Louis. And, yeah, Missouri is very laid back compared to a lot of other states. I went to Florida. We went to Disney World, and we drove when I was 12. So we went through, like, Georgia, but we didn't stop off or anything. We just drove through, like, Tennessee and all that stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy how different. Make sure everybody likes the stream. Well, that would be nice. You know what I found funny? For the longest time, my streams rarely ever got even, like, half the views of my videos pre-recorded. Lately, my pre-recorded have only been getting, like, half the views of my streams, which I find really strange. Then again, I think it's probably because I've been streaming more than I have posting videos. Or about the same, I guess. So I'm not really sure. I don't care. Like I said, I do this for fun. Like everyone else, I love to watch the numbers go up, but I pretty much killed the growth of the channel months ago when I took that, like, 2-week break. The growth never recovered. I've been going up, like, 1 every week or something. It's pretty crazy. I'm thinking when Alpha 20 comes out and I start posting a crap ton more, I think the growth of the channel will start to come back a little bit. How long it takes to get around? Yeah, I imagine. Texas is massive. At least it's not like Alaska where there's areas that are just straight up impassable because of the weather and such. What worries me about Texas right now is after that deadly winter storm last year, or this year, I guess it was February or whatever, they didn't do anything to fix any of the issues, so I'm worried they're going to have another massive problem and people are going to die again. God, I hope not, but I'm really worried that's going to be a thing again. Oh, I didn't have enough, but I'm pretty close. We'll have to wait and see, but I really hope they don't have another massive storm and people and die. Just no excuse for that. In a state that's supposedly as big and wealthy as Texas, there's no excuse for them to not have proper, adequate systems in place. They turned up the output by 15. Well, that's good. It's not so much the output, it's they didn't have anything freeze-proof. So everything went down, and it doesn't matter what your output is if everything goes down and they can't put out they put out 0. That was the problem. They hadn't frost-protected pipes and all that stuff, so pipes froze and burst and everything else, which I kind of understand. I mean, it is Texas, but with the climate change and all that stuff, it's things that didn't used to happen have been happening. And that's what I worry about, because all the reports that I've seen have said they haven't done anything to fix the problems that happened. They haven't insulated the pipes or anything. And I think it's because they had the mentality of, oh, it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It ain't going to happen again. Till it happens again. All right, so I want ability. Bam! 5 out of 5 gunslinger. Hells yes. The other thing is, my understanding, you guys don't really have heaters down there, supposedly. Or maybe it's just certain parts of the state. You don't have heating systems in your house. Like, you have air conditioning, but not really heating or something. Could be wrong about that. Well, I sure hope so, man. I mean, there were so many stories. I mean, it wasn't a lot of people that died, but I mean, is there an acceptable number of deaths? I wasn't aware that was even one death is acceptable. Not to mention all the people that just straight up froze. I mean, they didn't die, but they froze. That wasn't cool. I just hope things don't go bad again. Hey, Derek, welcome. But all we can do is keep our fingers crossed that there's not another massive winter storm. I mean, you guys are used to freaking hurricanes and stuff, so we know you guys down there are super tough, but cold is not something you guys are really all that used to. Okay, so you do have heaters. I thought so. I know there's some places where they don't really have heaters installed. And I thought that was kind of strange, but it's because it never gets anywhere near freezing in certain areas. So it's just wasted money, and it's something you'll never use. I mean, it makes sense, but the way the world's going in the last couple of decades, weird stuff's happening, and oh my god, this is going to take so long. Look at the XP. Triple XP, 260,000. Jeez. Ridiculous. Of course, there goes all my cement mix, too. I'm going to run super low, but that's okay because I still need to keep looking for those last couple of books. The 2 Magna books and I think the last Brawler book and the Wasteland Treasures. There's 4 books I'm missing. And it just seems like I cannot get them no matter what I do. Drops below 65. I don't turn on the heat when it gets down to freezing. My house stays at about 60, 65 degrees most of the time. North Texas does get snow. Oh, okay. Cool. Another level up. Sweet. Yeah, like right now, it is 71 in my room, but it's like 55 outside. I think, something like that. Yesterday, it was pretty cold. It got down into the 20s overnight. But I've got all the vents blocked in my 2 rooms in the house. Because my brother we're both diabetic, but my brother's way worse than me. He has neuropathy in his hands and feet. So his hands and feet get mega cold. Lubbock and Abilene. Interesting. Yeah, I don't do heat. I don't like spring. I don't like summer. Fall used to be great, but now fall doesn't even start till like late November, early December here. Yeah, I know you were freezing because it was like 63 degrees in here and you're not used to that cold of weather. But I am. I was actually getting warm. I used to be able to go around in just like a short sleeve shirt and shorts when it was like 30 degrees. I guess because of my diabetes getting bad, I can't do that anymore. I start to get really cold around 50, 45, 50. But yeah, if it's cool or heat, I definitely prefer cool because I can always get warmer, but when you're hot, it's hard to get cooler. God, I went up another level. Did I buy all of the... Yes, I did. Gunslinger, running gun. Flurry of blows. Huh, alright, well. Deep cuts it is. Yeah, I know. What part of the state are you from? Yeah, when the state's so damn massive. Central, but not Austin. I could personally never live anywhere near where a hurricane comes. My joints hate the cold. Yeah, a lot of people do not like cold. Most people tend to prefer warm weather. I do not. But I also don't like going outside, so it's not like the cold really affects me. My car has a heater, so I'm good to go. But, yeah, I know I'm definitely in the minority when it comes to preferring heat or cold. Most people prefer heat. I do not. And I'm not talking about extremes. I prefer to be 100. I'm just saying, like, if the choice is 50 or, like, 90, which is 20 degrees plus or minus room temperature, which is 70, I'll take the 50 over the 90 every time. Even if it was, like, 60 or 80, I'll still take the 60. I don't even like 70 degrees because when the sun comes out, 70 degrees can feel a lot warmer than 70. Exactly, Dim. That's what I just said. When I'm cold, I can always add on more clothes or blankets or whatever, but when you're hot, once you strip down, you're as cool as you're going to be able to get. That's why I prefer cool weather. And I'm not talking about like 30 degrees versus 100. I'm just talking about in general, I'd rather be cooler than warmer. Very nice heater. Nice. Freight shaker? What the hell is a freight shaker? I don't know what that is. Is that like a vehicle or something? Oh, I got so much more digging. Oh, God. Look at all the stuff I've got to make. But it's coming along pretty darn good. Another day has bit the dust. Wow, 11 people. That's like high for me. Assuming that's correct, which I'm pretty sure the concurrent viewers is not correct. I've seen it say 0 and there was like 4 people in here. I'm like, okay. It's a big truck. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. A freight. I'm going up so many levels. This is awesome. I don't think I'm going to have trouble hitting max level by the end of this series. Unless I die. And with this, what is my... Oh, God, 313. I think it was like 270 or 280 when I started. Nah, I think it was higher than that. Boy, oh boy. We're going to be getting some nasty zombies now. As if we didn't already, you know. Which is mine? Woo, we're down 17,000 cement already. Yep. We got enough to finish, but probably not a whole lot more than that. Now, around the edges, I'm thinking about making walls and then making a couple of doorways and putting some electric fences in those doorways to zap them and slow them down before they actually get in to make it easier for me to kill them and to help kind of control the flow. But we will have to see how that works out. Yeah, I'm hoping I find the books too, but, you know, I gotta go look for them in order to find them, which, obviously, right now I'm not looking for them. I'll probably do more of that off camera, or maybe not, I don't know. I don't, since, like I said, nobody knows how close 20 is, but I'm thinking probably next week, so I'm more than likely not going to make a lot more pre-recorded videos. I'm probably just going to do some streams here and there. Because, like I said, a lot of people are a little tired of Alpha 19, and again, understandably, it's been... Alpha 19 Experimental came out, I believe, in like June or July of last year, so it's been almost a year and a half. It's been a long time. So people are a little on 19. I could play it forever, but I'm not going to deny that I'm super hyped for it for 20, because I totally am. Another 8. No. They would be entrances. They wouldn't have a door. They would just be a 2x2 block. And I would put electric fence across it so when they run in, they get zapped and stop. And then I could pick them off. And then once some of them start to get through, it would help keep them from just flooding in all at once. And I would have multiple doorways all the way on all 4 sides. That way, no matter which direction they came from, they'd be able to get in. I'd probably have 2 or maybe 3 doorways on each side. No, Fatal has already said it will not be this week. It will not. Alpha 20 is not coming out this week. He said as of like 3 or 4 days ago, I think it was like Saturday, he said they had 10 must-fix bugs, and they had like 3 or 4 people working on each one. But he said the problem is, even if they were all fixed tomorrow at the time, he said it would take days to do enough testing to make sure that they were fixed and that they didn't introduce other bugs. So he said no. He said it is definitely not coming out Thanksgiving week or this week. But past that, again, they don't know, because it just depends. If they fix everything and they test and everything looks good, it'll come out. If it's not, then they won't. I'm cool with it, because I know it's going to be awesome when it comes out. Oh, that's full. You know what? We're just going to let that go. I'm not worried about adding more to it. We are going to need some more. You know what? We're just going to take it all. We're not going to use it all. Oh, I'm out of gas. I forgot. Oh. Yeah. 30,000. Go ahead and put the clay in here. Stone. All right, back we go. Oop, one. There we go. Stack, and I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not gonna quit, or we're not done, but I am gonna use the restroom and grab a drink. So give me like 2 or 3 minutes, and we will be back, and we will do more. Come on, what are you doing? Stop getting caught. Headset. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and give me that. Come here. Hey, welcome, Rockbiter. I'd subscribe. I'm at the yeah, 600. Am I still at 666? The last couple of months, I go up and down just non-stop, so I wouldn't be surprised if the number went back down to 665 or like lower than that. Let's remember. Around the Bell County, it's the area is haunted to me. Much of my kin is drink. You know, I don't know why I don't drive my Jeep back. I ran all the way back like a dum-dum. All nice and done. Rest is right. You know, maybe that's not big. Maybe I'll extend it down a little bit. So for this stream, I think we're just going to finish this platform, and that's probably going to be it, which is probably going to take another half hour at this rate. Really don't know, but we'll see. Turn the light on. So, has anybody heard about the so-called controversy with Streamlabs OBS? I was thinking about getting Streamlabs recently, a couple days ago. Maybe longer ago. And then I saw there was all this crap going on with it. Now it's like, eh. And I was only going to get it so that if somebody did the donation thing while I was streaming, I would be notified. So I could thank them on stream instead of hoping they come into a later stream. And then I saw this. Yeah. Yep, everybody thought they were, and they actually weren't, and they were, like, taking credit for other companies' work and stuff like that. I was like, that's lousy. And now it's like, I don't know if I kind of want to do that anymore. It's like, eh. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big fan of OBS, to be honest. The only reason I use it's because it's free. If it wasn't free, I guarantee I wouldn't be using it because I don't like it. But it's not great, but it's the best of what's available from what I've seen. Oh, yeah, I know there's other apps and stuff. I don't, since I've never looked at that stuff, I don't want to do overlays and all that like on Twitch because that crap gets on my nerves. Like, people put chat on the screen and all that. I can't stand that. I know some of them do it so, like, if you do the replay, or if somebody watches the replay, it doesn't look like you're talking to yourself, and because I know some of the chats do replay, but since it's not on screen, who's going to read the chat box while they're watching a video? But it's not like anybody really donates. I've had 2, and that's cool, and like I said, I don't intend to advertise it, really. But if somebody did during a stream, it would be nice to know. So that I could thank them on stream. Because when Andra did, I had to wait till I did a stream and he came in so I could actually thank him for it. Aging Wheels. I love Aging Wheels. I haven't watched him in a while, but he's pretty cool. I like cars. Car stuff. Livestream Alert seems to do that same kind of thing. Oh, okay, that's cool. I had Aging Wheels videos playing. My Blood Moon Night, and honestly didn't notice it was a car video. Yeah. That Aging Wheels guy, he actually lives in Missouri, which is where I live. I don't even remember how I found him. He just showed up in my feed one day, and he apparently likes old and weird cars, and I was like, you know what? I like old weird cars, so I started watching. He's a pretty cool dude. I've actually, I think I said at the beginning, or near the beginning of the stream, I actually have been getting recommended my own videos lately in my, like when the video, like when I watch a video and it finishes and it shows you like 8 or 10 videos on the screen, I've actually seen my videos up there a couple of times lately, and I'm like, that's really weird. Why would it recommend my own videos to me? I guess it just doesn't care. It just recommends videos no matter who they are. Because it's similar content to what I obviously watch. Not just make, but watch, so. But I thought that was funny. I was like, really? Because I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, that looks like one of my videos. And then I highlighted, and sure enough, it says Blade Walker. I'm like, what? It's actually, YouTube is actually promoting my videos, so that's good. I was hoping I'd eventually hit 1,000. At the rate I'm going, I highly doubt I'll ever hit 1,000 before I get bored or whatever and I stop doing this, which I don't ever intend to, but a lot of people do things, or don't intend to do things, and then they end up doing it, so you just never know. But, I was actually, the channel was actually growing pretty quick for a long time. But, many YouTubers have said if you ever stop doing consistent uploads or whatever, the algorithm will absolutely kick you in the nuts. And it sure did. Of course, it could just be my content's not that great, which I kind of agree with. It's okay, but... yeah, that's pretty much what I'm figuring, Dim. It's Alpha 20. A lot of people will be coming back and watching and stuff, so... those that either got bored or whatever, they'll probably come back. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm figuring, too. It's partly because YouTube, I think, stopped kind of promoting my channel, but also because, like you said, a lot of people are kind of burned out on 19. That's why the last couple of months I haven't really worried about being too consistent with the videos. Partially because, as I said, the channel kind of died when I took that 2 weeks off. Or the growth died, I mean. And then, since that's already the case, I really didn't see a need to worry or do anything about it. And then also because a lot of people have moved on temporarily from 19. Yeah, I actually saw that, Rock. Yeah, they say that the short videos, like they said, like hour-long videos are just the kiss of death. And it's not so much that they're long as people don't watch the whole thing. They just don't. And it's all about viewer engagement. They say if an entire video gets watched, then it's more likely to be promoted than a video that doesn't get entirely watched. And I've tried to keep my videos under a half hour, but since I don't edit them, they always end up being about a half hour. So that's what I try to aim for. Anywhere in the 20 to 30 minute area. But they always end up being 30 minutes because I just have too much fun. And I stop paying attention to the timer, and then all of a sudden I look over 32 minutes. Ah, hell. But I don't really care. I prefer longer videos, so I don't mind making the longer ones. I just don't want to make the hour-long ones. Because those I know most people just don't watch. There's always people that do. I mean, like I said, I watch 2-hour videos. I don't care. But I'm also retired/disabled, so I don't work. I have literally nothing else but time. And I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. I don't even have TV. I don't have Netflix, Hulu, cable, satellite. I don't have nothing. I've been watching only YouTube for like the last 5 or 6 years. So I am definitely the exception to the rule. Oh, wait, did I get all the things? Yes, I did. It's filled in. Try to get this squared out. But yeah, if you actually look at some of the bigger YouTubers, like Glock and stuff, you'll see that his videos are not real long. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's been a while since I've watched them, but that's what I remember. I remember them being relatively short. But he edits them really well, so it's like it's nonstop action and it's good. And apparently that's what YouTube likes. They like quick, watchable videos and people watching the whole video. And I think part of the thing now is with the pandemic, a lot of people are still off work or they're bored. A lot of us have been 25 to 30. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched him probably in about a year. I want to say I've been busy. I haven't been busy. I've been doing a lot of different things. The last couple of weeks, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV because the new expansion comes out next Friday. That's why I'm kind of bummed out, because next Friday is basically when 3 games have big updates that I'm anticipating. Minecraft's next big update, 1.18, 7 Days Alpha 20, potentially, because we don't know. We don't know when Alpha 20 is coming out. It may not be for another month. We don't know. But it looks like maybe next week, and then also Final Fantasy XIV's next expansion. So, yeah, right now it kind of sucks to be me. Oh, hey, Brussel. Welcome. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's one of the reasons that I really like Z Nation, is not only does he do building videos, but his videos typically are around an hour. He does anywhere from like 50 minutes to like an hour, hour and 20 minutes. Sometimes he does 2 hours or whatever, and I love those videos. Unfortunately, his Alpha 18, he cut it short for whatever reason. He just suddenly disappears after a while. He doesn't say he just stops posting videos. And his Alpha 19 was his shortest series ever. He only went like 21 episodes, and he usually goes like 35, 40. So, and he lives in Brazil. He lives in Rio de Janeiro, and a lot of people, myself included, know that Brazil was hit really hard by coronavirus, so we're all crossing our fingers that he's okay. But we did before Alpha 18 started, the same thing, and then after it ended, he ended up coming back for 19. So yeah, Gray Still Plays is really funny too. I like him. Not today, Satan. Gray has gotten static lately. Yeah. Oop. I don't want that crap. Yeah, I hope he was a single one. My favorite videos that Gray Still Plays does are the Happy Wheels. Those are the funniest ones. To me. His Grand Theft Auto ones are pretty good, but to me, they're not nearly as good as the Happy Wheel. But he does a lot of different stuff. I know Moon Knight likes his GTA videos the most. Sometimes when he comes over, we'll watch them for like an hour or two, because I don't always keep up with the most recent ones, because he usually posts daily, but not always. Yeah, his Minecraft ones were hysterical. Oh my god, I loved his Minecraft videos. Giant Enderman and it was just too much. Reginald the chicken. Yeah, I do. I love the Minecraft ones are great. He hasn't done a Minecraft one in a while. I like one of his first ones. He did the sheep, and he did the volcano of sheep that were on fire. God, I laughed so hard. Oh, it's pitch black. Wow, this is fun. Actually, this is fun. I enjoy this, especially with all the XP I'm getting. God, 5 levels again? Okay, so... Alright, there we go. I guess we'll do Flurry of Blows. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, the Sims were really good too, but I don't think he's done a Sims in like a year. LSD and, and Australia man, Florida man, I don't know. That always made me laugh. They catch themselves on fire. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I don't even have to do anything. You guys kill yourselves." My cousin just keep... Yeah, it's a lot of concrete. We've gone through, I don't know, 50,000 probably by now. If not, by the time we're done, we will. What level am I? It just said 172. I think I was like 150 when we started. Something like that. He did have great 7 days videos. Games for Kicks did, but like Cage, once Alpha 17 came out, and it wasn't all that great, he dramatically slowed down doing 7 days videos. And then when he did, he wouldn't go past like day 14 or 21, and then he'd move on to something else. And so he doesn't. He's like him and Cage both. They've expanded and they do tons of different games, and they do a lot of the newest, biggest ones. And they'll play some of them like 1 or 2 episodes, and then that's it. They won't play them again, and that's fine because I don't really care for those series anyway. But they spread themselves out so much that people that came to their channel for the content originally, they're not really doing that stuff anymore. That's one of the reasons that I've been very hesitant about putting a lot of different games on my channel, is because I want to be known as primarily 7 days. And I don't want people coming here for 7 days content and getting 10 different games that they're not interested in. And yes, I know some people, myself included, will sometimes watch anything that someone puts out if they like the person. Because I know like Bill and them are like, yeah, you know, I don't really care for Minecraft, but if you put it out, I'll watch it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I don't want you to really watch something just because it's me. I want you to genuinely enjoy the content. So that's kind of why I've been hesitant about doing things. I did the Dead Space series because I really like it, and yes, 3 is coming. I just don't know when. With Dead Space 3, I'm torn between streaming and pre-recording, but the problem is, since I can't stream on a regular schedule because of my mental health issues, I mean, if you look at part 2, I streamed the first episode, and then I didn't stream again for a month, I think it was, or maybe even longer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because that's what I meant by when I say because it's you. It's because they like the personality, and all that. But and that's cool. I'm glad you guys, or some people do, but at the same time, it's like, as much as I like Cage and all them, there's a lot of games that they've been doing, and I'm just not really interested in those games. And so I don't mind putting other stuff on my channel, but at the same time, I don't want people to feel like they have to watch my stuff if it's not what they originally came to the what they originally came to the channel for. That's good for there. With how bad they are at some games. I felt the streaming inconsistencies. I think it's been like 5 weeks since I last went back to that Horde every night world. I'm not sure what you mean, Dim. Who's streaming consistent? Some of mine? I'm definitely inconsistent when it comes to streaming, 100%. And like I said, a lot of it's just because of my mental issues. If I deal with people too much, and when I say deal with people, I mean if I interact with people too much, I get physically ill. It's a brain issue. My brain is broken. No question. And so sometimes I have to limit the amount that I stream and stuff. I mean, if I could, I'd stream every dang day, but what? Wait, what? Oh, yours when you stream. Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant by, like, I was like, who do you mean by streaming? Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, it can be really hard, especially if you have a job or anything. It really can be hard to be consistent. And I kind of wish I had started doing the YouTube thing like 10 years ago, because I could have potentially done this for a living, because if I'd have started back then, I'd probably be a, decent size by now. I would have loved to have done this for a living, but I never thought I could do it because of my extreme social anxiety and such. I never would have thought I could do this. I'm actually surprised that I can. But with all the adpocalypses and everything else, even people that were doing this for a living have had to actually go out and get a different job because they just can't make enough to live on anymore. Or at least they can't live like they used to. Flatten all this out. Oh, I am an extreme introvert. They say I have bipolar, but apparently there's two types of bipolar. There's the type that most people know as manic depressive, where you have the extreme highs and the extreme lows. Then there's a second type where it's almost entirely extreme lows. That's the one that I've got. And the doctors have said that that is the far more miserable one, because you don't have the highs to balance out the lows. And yeah, I have to admit, I don't know if it's true, but it certainly feels like it. All right. All good. Flatten this stuff out. Oh, okay, so good. Go. So yeah, I do. I understand 100% with it's difficult to do things like stream regularly and such. I don't have to talk to anyone. I'm the only one in my department, and I run it my way, and everyone leaves me alone. Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. Things have been kind of bad for me lately, and I've actually, because of the whole labor shortage and stuff, and people offering far higher wages around here than they used to, I can't work like 99% of jobs, but with all the people quitting and everything, I've been considering looking for a job. The problem is, if I did that, there would be no more YouTube. That would be the end of this. Because I would definitely have to do full-time, but it would just be nice, because I really hate having to live with my brother and his wife, because they didn't sign up for this crap to take care of me when our parents passed. And I know, as much as they say they don't mind me living with them, they do. And I just me, I don't want to live with other people. I want my own privacy, and I don't have it. And it really hates me. It hates me. I really hate it. That's why I'm saying it's like, I wish I'd have known that this was a thing, the whole YouTube thing, years ago, because I probably would have done it. I would have been a hell of a lot happier than I am now. Let's see, let's fill this in. Fill that, and this, and this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and... Let's see. Clicky. Got a cashiering job recently, so I kind of went for the jump into the deep end to learn to swim. Yeah. I'm not in Blade's situation. I just sort of never how to be social. Yeah, for me, I physically get ill. I get stomach cramps and aches and nausea and a whole bunch. It's a lot more than... As I said, if you want to know how bad it is, the simplest way I can tell you is that I've never gone out on a date with anybody because I was too... just the idea made me sick of trying to interact with anyone, especially women. That should pretty much give you an idea of how bad it is. It's bad. What I have is not your typical social anxiety disorder. It's far worse. This is definitely not the life that I had wanted or chose. It chose me, sadly. I did not choose it. We can't really go any more this way, so I'm going to go ahead and seal off this area. Wait, do I? Yes, I do want this. Alright. Oh, hey, Roy, welcome. Yeah. I didn't go to my high school graduation. I didn't do a lot of things. I was never in any clubs and school after school activities. I never did anything. Oh no, yeah, what I've got is extremely bad. Like I said, I get physically ill. Like, even when I go to a doctor's appointments, I can't sleep the night before. And I have a lot of physical issues. Okay. I used to get panic attacks all the time and stuff. It's not so bad now because I don't have to leave the house. But anytime I had to leave the house, yeah, it was a nightmare. I don't know, this seems big, but I feel like it could be bigger. I bought one of those 16 by 40 sheds. You mean like for a house? I've actually thought about that. Buying one of those big tough shed things that, like you said, it's like a house. It's got it even looks like a small house. And you can just run electric to it, and they've even got spots that look like they're perfect for like a bathroom too. Problem is, I make like only a couple $100 a month on disability. I make very, very little. And even if I could buy the shed, where would I put it? I live in a mobile home park, so I don't have any land. So yeah, no, I do. I gotta get that. I gotta get the cement. Gotta get this. Repair this. Load. Ooh. Tell me we're gonna go again. Alright, so. Oh, wait, 170 minutes? Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, it really sucks. I've been going to therapy and stuff for a long time, and I'm glad I manage. I'd say. I mean, not great, but I manage. Plenty of this, plenty of that. All of this and none of that. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and put all the stone in here. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'm kind of SOL. It's not much I can really do. Schizophrenic or similar? Yeah. Well, supposedly I'm bipolar, and I have an avoidant personality, which apparently means something to the effect of I want to be social and do things, but I can't. But I do want to, but I can't. Oh, wow, that's not much at all. Good. And it's, oh yeah, finally we're getting some decent number. I should have been making these for a long time, and I just didn't. This. Put the Dukes back. Why do I have so many? I live in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana, comparable to Missouri. My half-acre costs like $5K. The notes cost me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like because I never had anything, my plan when my parents died was to off myself. That was always the plan. And when my mother passed away, my dad died in 2008 and my mother died in 2010. And I think all the money that was left for the inheritance, after splitting it with my two brothers, I made like $5,000 or $6,000. And I blew through it in a couple of weeks on purpose because, like I said, I tried to end it and I just couldn't. And then things happened, and now I live with my brother. I'd been trying to get on disability for a couple of years at the time of my parents' death, and after they died, it took about a year and a half, but I did win. And the judge, in the decision or whatever, actually said the only reason he awarded me my disability was because my parents were dead and there was nobody to take care of me. So they admitted that as long as my parents were alive and not willing to throw me onto the street, they weren't going to pay. Isn't that awesome? That is just pure awesomeness. That really killed me a lot. Knowing that there was no way they were ever going to help me because my parents weren't willing to just throw me out. That's horrible. But no, I don't want to. I want it. 280 minutes. Are you real? So yeah, and I've got other issues. Those are just the main ones. I have a generalized social anxiety disorder and some other things, but those are the ones, the big ones, as it were. Those are the ones that I won my disability case on. I'm messed up. And the thing with mental disability is it's not something you can see. So when people hear I'm disabled, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm overweight, so they're like, oh, what's wrong? You know, is your leg bad or arm or this or that? It's like, no, I have a mental health issue. They both took 3 years to get it, but they were given back pay for the 3 years. Yeah, I got back pay for mine. I got 10 grand, but the problem was, by the time I got it, I owed thousands of dollars to my family for paying all of my bills while I was broke. And so, and then of course, to get the house that we've got, the trailer, whatever you want to call it, mobile home we've got now, I had to fork out a large percentage of a third of the cost. So it ended up draining me completely. Yeah, it definitely sucked. I was happy to get it, and I did the best I could with what I was given. But sadly, as we all know, there are limits. And if I hadn't been so set on killing myself after my parents died, I could have saved the money and been way better off than I am now. But like I said, the plan was to end it all, and unfortunately I was too weak to do it. So, as they say, it is what it is. Look at all the free stuff. But it all, I guess you could say it worked out somewhat. I mean, as well as it could have, I suppose. I mean, it's not like I have a bad life. I mean, I do all right. I don't generally have to worry about anything. I'm okay. I'm a lot better off than a great many other people on this planet, so I try to think about that, and it helps me to not be quite so depressed, but when your brain's broken, logic doesn't always matter. I really hope they fix that invisible bug. Wow, this flurry of blows really makes a difference. Damn. Yeah, I hear you, Rockbiter. That does suck. Well, when it comes to the whole suicide thing, if I were capable of it, and this is what I've told my therapist over the years, because they're always asking me, do you want to hurt yourself? I'm like, hurt myself? No. Do I wish I were alive? No. It's not that I want to die, I just don't want to be alive anymore. I know that sounds weird to say, but if I were capable of doing it, I would have done it when I was 15. If I haven't done it by now, I'm never going to. I don't like pain. And, yeah, I could have been born in North Korea, no kidding. Oop, nope, gotta put the knife back. But, yeah, the thing I always worried about was I'd be one of those people that would try it and then survive. And then I'd be even worse off than I am now. So, yeah, that's my thing. I always was worried that I would somehow survive. And then I'd be even more miserable, and it's like, yeah, I'll just live with it. And so I do. Let's see. Look at all this tasty food. Now I can actually stack it, and it doesn't take up my entire freaking box. 700, 500. Yeah. Yeah, see, some things I never used before, so I never increased the stack. The candy I'm definitely did, because, man, the candy was getting out of hand. Health. You know what? God, I can stack those now. So let's take those and make plenty of aloe cream. Or 27. Cream. Boom. Get some of this. That should do. Do I have any extra aloe? Nope, looks like I had the exact amount needed. Nice. I'll just wait for these to finish. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like they say, you know, death is not the worst thing. There are worse things than death. That's the saying. There are worse things than death. And for a long time, I was very depressed about everything. You know, oh, my life is so horrible. And then as I got older, you know what? My life may be bad in my mind, but I don't have to worry about. I've never been abused sexually, mentally, physically. My parents never did anything. They loved me. They took care of me. They did everything for me. And I know a lot of people, you know, their parents never loved them, didn't want them, gave them up for adoption, this and that. And I don't know anybody like that. I'm saying, you know, in general, there's a lot of people that have that. That's their life experience. You know, I may be disabled, but it's a mental. I have full use of my body, my hands, my arms. I haven't had any amputations. I wasn't born with a defect or anything. So I try to be as positive as I can, and I am an extremely negative, pessimistic person. So the last year or so, I feel like I've been improving a little bit, and I'm trying. And his balance is so messed up, can hardly run. Yeah, see, Dim, that's horrible. I definitely feel for you, or for him, because I've been super lucky. Yeah, see, Moon, I don't believe that. I don't believe there's any sort of afterlife. Maybe there is. I don't know. I've never died. Couldn't tell you. half his face was paralyzed from a stabbing, and he's just okay with it. It's really strange. Well, you think they're okay with it. You don't really know how okay with it they are, but they may be okay. Maybe they had therapy and stuff. And sometimes you just accept it. You're like, you know what? I'll make the best of what I can. A lot of it's just dependent on your personality. Some people can overcome anything. Other people, like myself, the tiniest little stub, I stub my toe, and oh my god, it's the end of the world. And I try not to be that way anymore. And I think I have improved significantly. So, yeah, I realize that my life is not bad at all. I mean, I could be so much worse off. And I'm not. So I've been trying to look at the positives. I mean, yeah, I'm lonely and I'm gonna die alone and all that stuff, but it's not like I'm the only one. And as I've said, there's many people far worse off than me. So I try not to sweat it too much. All right, that is going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate y'all coming out and watching. As I said, I don't think there's going to be many more pre-recorded videos for this series, but it's not done by any means. I will be coming back, and we will definitely be doing streams, and I might make videos. I don't know, but with us being relatively close to 20, I don't really see a need to worry too much. My psychiatrist says that bipolar does settle with age. I have found that it has become so. Now I've turned 50. Yeah, see, I'm 41. I'll be 42 in January, and I've been taking meds for about 15 years, and it helps. But a lot of it, as long as I stay at home, I'm okay. It's when I have to leave the house that I get bad. Clean septic tanks. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Rock. There's so many people that have it. I mean, I am a cream puff. If there ever was somebody that was soft, it would be me. I can't handle anything. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the little stream. It was about 3 hours. Dropped some frames because my internet's a piece of garbage. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, feel free to leave a like and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for coming and watching. And of course, I will ask thanks. Thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, I will see you all in the next stream or possibly recorded video. Thanks.